Nikki Valentine, the Style Shaman. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about comparison because I'm over it. We need to stop comparing. Let's get into it. So, in this day and age of social media, we have 1,001 ways to see what everyone else is doing, what everyone else is on, what everyone else bought, what everyone else has, blah, 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 blah. And I think that is causing us to do a lot more comparing than we used to. And that is killing our self-esteem, y'all. It's killing our productivity. It's killing our confidence in knowing who we are and what we want to do and how we want to present ourselves. So before we get into all of that, there's a quote I love that says, comparison is literally violence against oneself. I don't remember who said it, but I have never forgotten it since I heard it because I think it is so true. When you compare yourself to someone else, it's almost like poking yourself in the eye or shooting yourself in the own foot. You would never do that. So why do something that is as harmful mentally to you as it would be physically to shoot yourself in the foot? Right? If I came up to you and was like, I will pay you $50 right now to stab yourself in the arm, you'd be like, get the fuck out of here. I'm not doing that. Okay, so then why would you voluntarily, with no money and with no incentive, do something that's going to have just as bad of an impact on your mind as that would have on your foot or on your hand? Let's get into it. So I've been noticing just from talking to a lot of different people, whether it's male, female, what have you, that a lot of people are being dragged down by Instagram. A lot of people wake up and feel good about themselves, felt good about how you looked, felt good about your outfit, all the way up until you went on Instagram and saw what someone else was doing. And then you start to feel inferior. You start to say, why do they have more than I have? Why do they have that brand and I don't have it? How come they figured out how to wear it like this and I couldn't? Blah, blah, blah. Now you feel bad about how you look before you left the house. You don't feel confident. You don't think your outfit was the bomb anymore as you thought when you first put it together. It's so easy to look at someone else and compare, but my mother always told me there will always be better or worse than yourself. So comparison is pointless because you're either going to pump yourself up to feel overinflated or you're going to knock yourself down because you don't feel as good as somebody else. Either way, you end up feeling like shit and there's no point of doing it. So this is the thing I want to drive home. There is no one else that is you. So it makes no sense to compare. If there was an army of yous out there on Instagram, then I would say go for it and compare and be like, how did they figure this out? And I didn't, when we have the same exact face, body, past, parents, history, experiences, and what have you. That would be the only way you could make a real comparison to see how you're doing compared to someone else. But you can't compare yourself to someone that does not have the same life, the same body, the same face, the same hair color, the same experiences, the same parents. You are a unique makeup of all of those things. So the way that you look, feel, think, sound, what you want to do, how you interact with people, all of that is going to be unique to you. You cannot look to someone else to make you okay. And I find that a lot of times we look at ourselves based on how society looks at us, and then we judge ourselves like that. And when you do that, you always end up losing. I'll give you a good example. Right now, there's a huge pressure to be curvy. If you're not big up here and tiny like this and out here and looking insane, then you're basic and you have a basic body and you're not whatever. It has even gotten into my head to a point that I was like, wait a second, I may be a curvy girl, but I'm not extremely curvy. I'm not Brazilian butt lift level curvy. I don't have a waist that's this big and then an ass that's this big. I don't have that. And for a while, it started to make me feel some type of way, even as a woman that's naturally curvy. Then I realized this is crazy. No one can tell me how to look. No one can tell me what's the right cup size or the right butt size or whatever. So I had to start muting certain accounts. I had to start just logging off. I had to start just not paying attention to certain shows and to certain pieces of media that reinforced that body type that made me feel bad. So this is the thing I'm going to tell you. Because it's second nature to compare, because it's so easy for us to access other people's crap and be able to look, you are going to have to monitor yourself from comparing. There's a beautiful feature on Instagram now called mute. You know what that means? I don't have to unfollow you because I don't hate you, but I don't want to hear your content. I don't want to see your pictures 24 hours a day. If it makes you feel bad, mute it. This is what I want to tell you guys. If you're looking at anything that makes you compare yourself and makes you feel like, oh man, I should be taller, shorter, skinnier, thicker, prettier, smarter. I should be doing more. My business should be doing it like this. I should be doing this like that person. Mute them. Mute them. Unfollow them, mute it, cut it, unfriend it. I don't care how you want to approach it, but this is literally for your mental survival. Stop following and paying attention to anyone that makes you feel like you should be more of anything. Cut off any shows, media, books, magazines, YouTube channels, Twitter threads, anything that makes you feel like you are comparing yourself to someone else's life, cut it off. You don't need it. If watching reality TV makes you feel like your life is not as fabulous as other people, please turn that shit off. Please. Please. You know why? Comparison is bringing down your self-esteem. When your self-esteem is brought down, that keeps you from achieving your goals. That keeps you from having the confidence to go for that promotion you wanted, or to ask out that guy or girl that you wanted to. Or it's going to keep you from getting up and getting fresh in the morning because you feel like, oh, I don't have the same labels as everyone else, or I don't have these same brands, so I'm basic, so I may as well not try it. No. Tap into who you are. Tap into what you like. Tap into the good things about how you look. Tap into the good things about your lifestyle and about the things that you like to do. The more you spend time focusing on those things and not comparing yourself to other people, you're going to realize you start to feel so much better about yourself. And when you feel better about yourself, you're going to start to enjoy life more. You're going to start to interact more. You're going to start to do more things because you have a confidence in yourself and you feel good. My general rule of thumb is this: social media is for inspiration and motivation. And if I'm not feeling either of those two things, I'm out. Period. I don't follow other coaches anymore. Love y'all, you're doing a great thing, but it's going to influence the way I do it. There is a very limited amount of YouTubers I watch because I don't want to be influenced on how I do it. I actually really respect, I forget which comedian it is. It might be Gary Owen says that he never watches other comedians, ever. Never. He will never watch your stand-up. Why? Because he doesn't want to ever steal a joke. And I love that mentality. He wants to make sure that his creativity is 100% from his mind. I also stopped following style bloggers. Love you guys. Muted a ton of their accounts. Why? I don't want my style to be what's trendy. I don't want my style to be what everyone's doing. I don't want to start buying brands because I've seen that same brand now 100 times a day and I'm influenced and I feel like that's what I have to have. No. So I started muting a lot of it because I'm like, no, I have my own unique style. I have my own unique thing. And I don't want that to be tainted by anybody. I don't want to be made to feel bad about my own unique way because I'm not doing it the same way someone else does. So I would encourage you to go on a muting spree, go on an unfollowing spree, go on an unfriending spree. This is on social media as well as in real life. If you have somebody around you that you're constantly comparing yourself to and is constantly making you feel bad, you might need to distance yourself from that person. And that's perfectly fine. That's totally okay to do because right now we're talking about your mental health, your self-esteem, your ability to manifest and do things out here. And anything that's affecting that, it has to be cut, canceled, muted, or unfollowed. So once again, a reminder that comparison is an act of violence against yourself. There is only one you. God did that for a reason. Even if you're a twin, you are not the same. So there really is still only one of you. Focus on that. Spend more time looking at that and celebrating that. And just blank out everything else. All right? I hope y'all have an amazing day, and I'll talk with you soon. Ready for it.